Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going to make this cute little Santa sock or Santa stockings. You could even make it in a bigger size, but I have a mini tree I want to decorate with the crochet ornaments, so I'm making mini items. So for this, we'll be needing red crochet wool, a white crochet wool, and a size 2.5 mm crochet hook and scissors. So let's get started. So for this project, we're going to start off with a slip knot. Wrap the yarn over your finger and over the finger again. Bring the first loop over the second and pull up the second loop and pull tight to fasten. So I'll do it once more. Wrap the yarn over your finger and over your finger over the first loop. Take the first loop over the second and pull up the second loop. So we're gonna start off by making chain of 10. So wrap the yarn, pull through, wrap the yarn and pull through, wrap the yarn and pull through, wrap the yarn, pull through, wrap the yarn and pull through, wrap the yarn and pull through, wrap the yarn and pull through. So after making 10 chains, we're going to make 2 more chains, so we'll have a total of 12 chains. Wrap the yarn and pull through. So now this 2 chains is going to be counted as our half double crochet. So now wrap the yarn, and on the 10th chain which you had made, or third chain from the hook, wrap the yarn and make a half double crochet. So go through that loop and draw the yarn, 3 loops on your hook, wrap the yarn and pull through all 3. So that's a half double crochet. So that's what we're going to do all the way down. So wrap the yarn, go into the loop, drop the yarn, 3 loops on your hook, wrap the yarn and pull through all 3. So repeat this all the way to the end and I'll meet you there. Coming to the end, wrap the yarn, into the loop, drop the yarn, 3 loops on your hook, wrap the yarn and through all 3. So on the last chain of our foundation chain, we're going to make 3 half double crochets. We're going to be making the base of our Santa sock. We're going to be making the base of our Santa sock, so for which the foundation chain is like the spine and we have to have the foot. So we're going to be doing this part. So to bring it around, we're going to do a chain 3 on the last chain of the foundation chain. So wrap the yarn into the last loop, drop a loop, 3 loops on your hook, wrap the yarn and pull through all the 3. So back into the same chain, wrap the yarn into the same, drop a loop, 3 loops, wrap the yarn and pull through, wrap the yarn into the same chain, draw up a loop, 3 loops, wrap the yarn and pull through. Now we're going to make single 1 double crochets all the way to the top. So wrap the yarn into the next loop. You can place your tail along the work so that you don't have to tag it along later. So pull, drop a loop, wrap the yarn through all the 3. So wrap the yarn into the next loop, drop a loop, wrap the yarn and pull through all the 3. So repeat that all the way. So coming to the end, I have 1 half double crochet left to make. So wrap the yarn into the last loop, wrap the yarn, pull through, wrap the yarn through all the 3. So if you remember, we had a chain 2 and then we half double crocheted in the 3rd loop from the hook. So that becomes 2 double crochets on the corner. So to make it similar to the 3 double crochets we have down here, 3 half double crochets we have down here, we're going to put 1 half double crochet in the final loop. Wrap the yarn, go through, draw up, wrap the yarn and pull through all the 3. And now we're going to slip stitch on the top. So moving on, we're going to chain 2 and half double crochet in the same space. So wrap the yarn into the loop, draw up a loop, wrap the yarn and pull through all the 3. And we're going to do 2 half double crochets in the next loop. So wrap the yarn, pass through, draw up a loop, wrap the yarn, pull through all the 3. Into the same loop, 3 loops on your hook, wrap the yarn and pull through all the 3. So we're going to do 1 half double crochet until we reach this spot where we made 3 half double crochets in 1 chain. So wrap the yarn into the loop, draw up a loop, wrap the yarn and pull through all the 3. So repeat this. So coming towards the end, actually, if you just pull up your work a little, you might see the 3 half double crochets we worked together is here. So I have 1 more half double crochet to make. I do that. And then we have reached the spot of our 3 half double crochets towards the corner. And in each of this, I'm going to work 2 half double crochets. So we have 3 half double crochets on the base. I'm going to do 2 half double crochets in each of this loop, which will give us 6 half double crochets right at the tip. So wrap the yarn, draw up a loop, wrap the yarn and pull through all the 3. Back into the same loop, all the 3. Into the next, into the next, and now we're going to do 1 half double crochet all the way back. So wrap the yarn into the loop, draw up a loop, wrap the yarn and pull through all the 3. Wrap the yarn, draw up a loop, wrap the yarn and pull through all the 3. Wrap the yarn, draw up a loop, wrap the yarn and pull through all the 3. So do this till the end. So coming to my last half double crochet, I did 1 and we're going to do 2 half double crochets in the same spot towards the end, because it has to match the other corner. So wrap the yarn, draw up a loop, wrap the yarn and pull through all the 3. If you remember, we did 2 half double crochets in the beginning and 2 half double crochets in the next. So we're going to finish off with 2 half double crochets and slip stitch to the top to finish off this row. And coming on to the next row, we're going to chain 1 and we're going to make 1 single crochet in the same space, draw up a loop, 2 loops on your hook, wrap the yarn and pull through both. And now we're going to make 1 single crochet all the way around. So there is no increase or decrease. We're just going to make simple single crochet all the way around until the end. Pass through the next loop, pull up a yarn, wrap the yarn and pull through 2. Into the next, and the same all the way to the end. So you can pause your video here, finish up, and I'll meet you at the end. So coming to the end of this row, I made all my single crochets all the way around. I finished my last. So we're going to slip stitch on the top. So I have a total of 26 single crochets. We started off with the foundation chain of 10, 12, and now we have 26 single crochets. There was no increase in between. It was simple one single crochet in every stitch all the way around. As you can see, our work is starting to take a little shape. So let's continue. So we're going to chain 1 again and 1 single crochet back in the same space, and now we're going to make 7 single crochets alone. So we count 1, 8, but counting the first one we need a total of 8 single crochets. So that's 1, 2, drop, wrap the yarn and pull through 2, drop a loop, wrap the yarn and pull through 2. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. In case you're not counting your first single crochet, we need 7 more single crochets. So once those 8 single crochets are done, we are going to do a decrease. Now we are working on this part of our Santa sock. So to get this shape, to get the boot shape, we need to start a decrease. So a decrease is nothing but 1 single crochet in 2 stitches. So pass through the first, draw up a loop, do not fasten off, go into the next and draw up a loop, 3 loops on your hook, wrap the yarn and pull through all 3. So we have 1 single crochet in 2 stitches. So that's the first decrease, and we're going to do a single crochet in the next space. So wrap the yarn, draw up a loop and pull through both. And our second decrease, so pull up a yarn, go into the next spot, pull up the yarn again, 3 loops, wrap the yarn and pull through all 3. And now 1 single crochet. Our third decrease, draw up a loop, go into the next and drop your loop through all 3. Single crochet in the next, and our fourth decrease, drop a loop, go into the next and drop your loop and close off, and single crochet all the way back to the top. 1 single crochet in every stitch, no more decreases. We made a pair of 4 decrease and 4 single crochets for this row. So start off with single crocheting 8 and then a decrease followed by a single crochet times 4 and then single crochet all the way back to the last. And now slip stitch into the top. So coming on to the next, chain 1 again and single crochet in the same spot and 7 single crochets down, drop a loop and pull through 2, drop a loop and pull through 2, drop a loop and pull through 2. So 8 single crochets are done, and in this row we are going to make a pair of 3 decrease with 3 single crochets. So it's a decrease and then a single crochet, another decrease and a single crochet, another decrease and a single crochet. So we're going to start off with that decrease. So pass through the first, draw up a loop, go into the next drop your loop, wrap your yarn and pull through all three. And now a single crochet, a decrease, your next single crochet, so that was 2, our next decrease, third decrease, and the final single crochet. And now single crochet back to the last. No increases, no decreases, simple single crochets all the way back to the end. So slip stitch back on top. Coming on to the next row, we're going to chain 1, single crochet in the same spot, 7 single crochets down. That's 1, that's 2, that's 3, and 4, and 5, 6, and 7. So can you see it? Your crochet is starting to take its form into a boot form. We can find the curve here. We have our base here. If you just press it down, you might be able to see the shape forming. So in this, after this 8 single crochets or 7 single crochets, we are going to do 3 decreases only, no single crochets in between. So you remember, pass through, pull up a yarn, go into the next, pull up the yarn and close it. That's the first 6 decrease. Into the first loop, drop a yarn, go into the next, drop the yarn, wrap the yarn and pull through all 3. That's 2. And the final decrease. Pull up the yarn, pull up the yarn, and through all 3. So that is the end of our decrease. And now we're going to single crochet back to the tip, back to the last, and the last single crochet, slip stitch back to the top. So there. So chain 1 again into this round, chain 1, single crochet in the same spot. So we're going to make again another 7 single crochets. So drop a loop, pass through 2, drop a loop, pass through 2, drop a loop, pass through 2. So we're going to make 2 decreases in this row. So only 2 decreases. If you're finding it a little hard to see where to do, just open up your project. It doesn't matter. It's gonna fall back into its shape. So go into the next, drop a loop, into the next, and drop a loop, wrap the yarn and pull through all 3. That's 1, and the next next decrease, single crochet around. As you can see, we have finished this part of our Santa sock or Santa boot. So there we have it. And now we're going to work on making the height. So this is actually a repeat row. So I'll show you one row and that's going to be repeated. So we're going to chain 1 for this row, or for this as a repeat row, chain 1, single crochet in the same row, single crochet in the same spot, and 1 single crochet all the way around. There's no complications, no decreases, no increases, just plain single crochet all the way around. So drop a yarn, pull through 2. Make sure you do not miss any stitch. If you're not able to see, just open up your project, widen it up. As you work, it'll get easier. So if you're not able to identify where your next place is to put your hook through, you will be able to see these sort of V's on top of the work. So that shows this is your next space. One single crochet all the way around till the last, my last single crochet, and now we're going to slip stitch on the top. So like I said, this is our repeat row of chain 1, single crochet in the same place, and 1 single crochet all the way around. So we're going to repeat this row. Well, I'm going to repeat this row 6 times, including this row 6 times. So I'm going to repeat it 5 more times. You can go ahead, pause it right here, finish up your total of 6 rows of single crochet, and I'll meet you at the last of the 6th row. So I've done my 6 rows, as you can see, and I haven't slip stitched the 6th row. Do not, just wait for it. We have to change color to make the frill. So I need to attach white here. So for that, I haven't slip stitched yet. So leave your thread, red thread or red yarn, take up the white, just form a loop, take it through this, pull your red really tight, hold on to this tail of the white and red. And now we're going to slip stitch with a white yarn. I'm just going to place this so now we can cut off, snip off the red yarn out of the way. So now I'm just going to place this along as I work, so I don't have to weave it in later. So for the white, we're going to chain 1, single crochet in the same space, work those threads along. Okay, so and now we're going to do 3 single crochets, work those threads along. 1, 2, and 3. So including the first, we have 4 single crochets, and now in the next space we are going to do 2 single crochets in the same space. That's the first, back into the same, and do 1 more single crochet. So 2 single crochets on the 5th space. So 4 single crochets, 2 single crochets. So we're going to do 4 single crochets now. If it's getting really difficult for you to hold this and we'll just leave it aside. One, 2, 3, and 4. And now 2 single crochets in the same space on the 5th. Back into it. 4 single crochets again, and 2 single crochets into the 5th. And single crochet and slip stitch. So now we did those 4 single crochets and 2 single crochets in the same space to just give it like a little bit of width rather compared to the red. It's not going to be the same width, it's going to just get a little bit wider. Those 2 single crochets are going to make it a little wider so that it'll look like a frill falling over. So again, the next row is a repeat pattern. We're going to chain 1, single crochet in the same space, 1 single crochet all the way around. So let's do that. So last single crochet and slip stitch. Okay, so like I said, this row is a repeat pattern. I'm gonna make 6 rows including this first row of white. So I'll meet you at the end of the 6th row. Coming to the end, I'm gonna slip stitch and chain 1. I'm gonna snip off and pull it to secure. So now we're gonna bend over the white. Well, before you do this, you could decide which side you want to be the front and just snip off the excess. So you can decide which side you want to be the front. I'm just going to leave it as is and bend the white over. Before I proceed, I'm just going to work this yarn into the stitches to get it nice and tight. You could use a darning needle and just secure it, but or you could just do it this way. Just go into any stitch you want and just get nice and fastened. It's mainly to secure the thread from coming out, so work it as you like. Once you're happy with it, just snip off the excess and we're good to go. So there, your mini Santa sock is ready. Now you might see the size difference between these two, not the height. I'm talking about the size. This looks a little bit lighter and this looks a little bit heavier, the one we did for the video. It's the difference only because of the thread size. The thread I use for the video is a little bit broader, so we get a little bigger or a little wider sock. I use the same crochet hook for both. No size difference in the crochet hook, it's just the yarn size difference. So there we have it, guys. You can add this however you like. You could just stitch a piece of thread, or you could crochet a chain along. So there we have it, guys. Our Santa sock is ready. Hope you enjoyed this video. Go ahead, smash the like button, hit the subscribe button, share. Hope you have a merry time making this. Thank you. Wishing you all a very happy and prosperous New Year 2021.